The following program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
Hey there, everybody, and welcome to the Happiness Jungle TV show with yours truly, Lyn-Dee Eldridge. I am probably one of the most blessed women in the world. That's just how I feel right now. I met this gentleman down in South Florida, but he's not from South Florida. He's from Georgetown, Delaware. And his name is Mr. Ira Roach III. He is a speaker, he is a motivator, and he is a master of change. And I had this great opportunity of meeting Ira at an event. And a matter of fact, it was a Les Brown event. Like-minded people stick together and we grow together. So he's going to share his story, and I'm really excited about it. This is a gentleman that's going to talk to us about living beyond labels. And what he's going to share with you, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be able to resonate with his story and hopefully grow and become everything that you want to become. So without further ado, let me introduce to you Mr. Ira Roach III from Georgetown, Delaware. Hi, Ira.
Hi, how are you?
I am absolutely fabulous. I am so inspired by you. You know, very rarely do gentlemen come on my show to really share in depth about what they went through to grow up, what they went through to become who they are. And that's who you are. That's one of the things that I absolutely love about you, is because you're so transparent. You're so willing to help people, you know, become better than they ever anticipated them to become. And you're willing to share your story. So I'm all ears. I'm your student right now, and I couldn't be more thrilled to share you with the world, Ira. So share with us your story.
Thank you for the opportunity to be on the Happiness Jungle. I feel like I'm on Oprah. Feel like I've arrived. I just want to real quickly say how blessed I am to have met you. People like you in the Les Brown Unlimited group, which has basically been my new village, and it's been awesome. So you're just one of the few people, but you're one of the people I always see smiling and giving out hearts. So it really helps me. Since it's Mental Health Month and May is going out, one of the biggest mental health issues that we have in America, people don't realize it, from ages 10 to 44 is depression. And I was one that suffered from depression as a young child because of bullying. When you don't like who you are because people tell you, you know, you're too short, or you're too effeminate, or you're just too dumb, or you're too stupid, or you can't play this, or you can't do that. You kind of grow up with that, with those labels, growing up, that I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't do this. So one of my favorite Les Brown quotes is, "Don't let other people's opinions become your reality." And unfortunately, for years, I let other people's opinion become my reality. I lived off the labels that people told me. You know, your voice is too high. So I was shy. I wouldn't talk to people. I wouldn't be this Ira that you see now. I just thought that, no, I'm not going to say nothing. I'm going to sit in the background. I've been through a lot of verbal abuse. I've been through emotional abuse as a child, and I had a father that raised me and taught me all of the things that most young men don't get. My dad was there. It was a bitter divorce with my parents, and so I blamed myself at the age of 5 for my parents being divorced. And so that kind of grew up with me, like, it's my fault, it's my fault, it's my fault. And so everything in life was sort of my fault. So even when you try to gather a family, like in the church, sometimes they didn't understand you either. And I'm not talking about putting the church down, but sometimes the traditional church didn't understand the uniqueness that I had in me. And so when you're a unique child and you're not some brainiac, or you're not, get straight A's in school, but I understood that I was right brain. I was a creator. I was an artist. And so I had to learn over the years to love me. And honestly, I used to be so depressed. I was never on medicine. I've tried suicide so many times
Oh.
at the age of 16 and 19 and 21 and 25, and I think it stopped around 30. But I just didn't like who I was. I didn't know why God would let somebody have me here if I was this horrible, terrible person. And so it's work. It was work, and I don't want people to believe that it's overnight. But I had to get myself around people, and even 2016, I had to be around people that a new village, because I had a lot of default friends. And if you have your cell phone, right? We all have our cell phones, and we all have factory settings. We have these settings that we really don't use. So we put Facebook and Messenger and Instagram. We add those applications to our phones, and those are the ones that we use. And so I had a lot of default friends. They were just there. They grew up with me, but they weren't helping me get where I was going. So I had to kind of cut them off. And so a lot of people are scared and afraid to grow out of the circles they were in. But I kept repeating cycles of depression, cycles of hurt, cycles of not thinking I'm good enough for anybody, or definitely not coaching. And so I had to get away from those default friends. And so my life has been one of, I don't want to regret anything. I want to use what I've learned, even as a young boy from my dad. I'm writing a new book called Daddy Knows Best. And it's all about these fathers that don't come around their sons because they feel like they're nothing. They feel like they've lost. They feel like they're hopeless. But I want people to understand that even after you made mistakes, even when you felt like you're not a winner, you still are. And your presence is powerful for those boys. It's powerful for people like myself who are scared to tell their story. So I hope that this show, with me telling this, will help somebody say, hey, I went through that. I can be somebody as well.
Oh, my goodness. So you came from a very abusive, bullying past. You
Oh,
felt
yeah.
like you had no self-worth.
Yes, no,
And,
none.
not for nothing, but you don't even look like you're older than 20. So when you kept on going,
Thank you.
so when you kept on going up in age, I'm like, my gosh, how old is Ira? How old
Yes.
are you, if you don't mind sharing?
I just turned 47 in April.
Stop it.
Yes, ma'am.
My
Yes.
goodness. Wow. So how long have you been involved with, because it is personal development,
Mm-hmm.
how long have you been involved with personal development? Because you shared with us that you were still thinking suicide in this when you were a teenager, and even in your 20s,
Yes.
even going into your 30s.
Yes.
When did the universe tap you and say, no, 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 you have purpose. Everything that you've been through, Ira, now we're going to take this and we're going to help you shine. But you need to come out of where you are and step into the greatness circles that you are desiring.
Yes.
Because that's what you did, Ira. You did that. We have to be a voluntary army within ourselves in order
Yes.
to be able to become who we are. So how old were you when you started to really dig into personal development?
Maybe 30. Maybe
Okay.
around 30, 31.
And as you mentioned, we were still having a difficult time. I appreciate you sharing that. I remember when I started digging deep within myself and into personal development, and I call it the slight edge philosophy, because it's a little bit of good habit every single day that brings you into a better element. But it's a slow process. But look at you.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
And you mentioned Les Brown. How long have you been desiring to be a part of his program, his coaching program, his mentorship?
I actually started he was one of the first people I started watching when in my 30s with, the motivational.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until 2015 that I really started. Yeah, I got my first coach in 2015. I finally got out of
Congratulations.
the mindset of, I'm not going to spend that much money for somebody to tell me what I have to do. Are you kidding me?
And you know, Ira, we don't spend money, we invest in ourselves.
Yes.
And I want our
Yes.
audience to really understand that. It's not about spending money, it's
Right.
about investing in
Yes,
you.
it is.
What college do you want to go to? Go ahead, Ira.
And that's what I had to change my perception of investing in myself. I've invested in so many people for so many years, and I was always, if we can call it, a pusher. I would always push other people. You can do it. You can do it. Yes, you can. And I would be lacking. I wouldn't push me. So I invested in myself in 2015. And there was one question that my coach asked me. He said, if you're being who everybody else told you to be, who's going to be Ira?
Say that again, Ira. That was really powerful.
He said, if you are going to be who everybody else has told you you are, who is going to be Ira?
Wow.
Wow. That's what I said.
Huh.
I said,
That's
wow.
not too long ago, Ira.
No,
Look at
no,
you
man.
today, 3 short years later. You're a speaker, you're an author, you're a mentor, you're a coach. You have stepped into your own. So I just want to applaud you. I want to give you a really, really big hug because,
Thanks.
because if there's a picture that you have on your Facebook, and I think it's
Mhm.
your profile picture, and
Mhm.
it's
Mhm.
you standing next to Les Brown.
Yes.
You're not just standing next to him. He's holding on to you like
Yeah.
he knows you for life.
Yes.
And that was the beauty of connecting within the Les Brown environment, is that we all became one big family.
Yes, we
And
did.
I absolutely love this. I love that you're one of my brothers. I know
Yes.
without a shadow of a doubt that you and I could talk at any hour, and we're always going to be there for one another for the encouragement. And that is so important. Now, I want everyone to realize, some people are saying, I don't even know what a mentor is. I don't even know what a coach is. And I've never even heard of this thing called personal
Right.
development.
Right.
What is that? Share with people what that is, because most people, they don't even know.
Right. Well, I like to, a mentor and a coach are different. And we're taught that, as you all know, a mentor, we'll use Les Brown as a mentor. He's got a myriad of experience that he can just use wisdom to help us guide us in where we're trying to go, and really just give us some little nuggets. And most of his quotes that he has is what I use. So he, without even being next to him, I watch his videos, I look at what he says, I watch what he does. And the amazing thing about him, when I first saw him walk up to two gentlemen that was in the Les Brown Institute, he said, how can I serve you? That was powerful for me. He said, how can I serve you, gentlemen?
Yeah.
And so he taught me something that, like, it's all about serving. We love to reap the benefits, of course, but it's about serving people. And so that was mentorship for me. Like, don't ever get high, Ira. Don't ever think you're more than what you are. Keep it low, Ira. Always serve first. Don't try to be this big person. Keep that there at servant. And so that was mentorship for me. As a coach, from what I understand, coaches try to change our perception so we can shift our mindset, like they had to do for me, because I thought spending money, as like you said, was not investing in me. I thought that's a waste of money. $3,000 for 3 months? That's crazy. But I understood, just like going to college, it was investing in me. And so that coach just kind of dug some things out of me. They helped me. I like to use the paradigm of baseball. I've always played baseball when I was younger. I love baseball. And so I tell people, well, we try to get you to first base, second base, third base, and then home. Is that good?
That's awesome, because it's true. Get
Yeah.
to one base. Don't worry about going there. Get to the first
Right.
base. And you're absolutely right, because there's always going to be somebody there to try to
Yeah.
knock you off your course.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
inevitable. That's just the way it is. But we're
Way-
stronger than that, because we look at the target, right? We've been taught.
Yeah.
We look at the target, we stay focused, and whatever obstacles that are coming our way, we understand how to go around it. We
Right.
understand that everything has purpose. I know that when I'm working with my clients, the most powerful thing for me is when those light bulbs go off and there's
Oh,
the
yeah.
result. And
Yes.
that's what you do for people. You bring them to the level of result. And
Yes.
I am so proud of you for that.
Thank
How
you.
do people get a hold of you, Ira? Because there's going to be several people that are watching you all over the world that are going to say, I really would like to speak with him. I might want to hire him to be my coach and my mentor after I get a consultation with him. So how can they reach you?
Right now, I'm actually working with one of my sisters in the Les Brown Institute, Iris Alliston. She's working with me.
Sir.
Yes, she is. Yes, I'm blessed. And so she's actually redoing my website. But you can reach me right now at Facebook at Dr. Ira Roach III and my Instagram at Dr. Ira Roach III. The same name,
And
same
I have
label.
to share with you, every picture that I have experienced that you have shared puts smiles on my face.
Oh, thank you.
It is
Thank
so
you.
true. Oh my
Thank,
goodness. And I know
thank
it's so funny. I remember taking a picture of one of our brothers
you.
at the last event.
Right.
Ira, I wish I could show everybody the picture because the way that you got into that picture,
Yeah.
oh my goodness, you were stepping into who you
Oh,
truly are, and we were
thank
accepting you with love. And that's where we want our audience to be. We want to make sure that they're planting themselves where there's new and there's hugs and nobody prejudges us,
No.
right? Because everybody
Right.
has a story.
Everybody. Yeah.
Everybody has a story. Some people, it's funny. I speak to some people, Ira, and they'll say to me, I feel bad sometimes because I don't have a sad story. I really had a great life. I said, why do you feel bad about that?
Right. No.
That's a blessing. But through your
Hmm.
life, you've learned things that we weren't taught growing up, and
Right.
we had to learn, and you're already ahead of us on that,
Right. Hmm.
right?
Yes.
Huh. So what's up next for you, Ira? What's going on?
So I'm just open for anything that happens. Of course, I want to grow my speaking career.
Yeah.
Being with my branding coach. Actually, I've been introduced to being an international speaker in 2019. So I'm excited about that. Um, yes, I'm excited about that. So I'm also on a web series with this character called Omare. And on June the 6th, I'll be going to Atlanta to film for the web series. So I'm excited. I'm excited.
Wow.
I'm excited.
Oh my gosh, I am excited. I am so thrilled. Keep on going, keep on sharing,
Thank you.
because what you're doing right now, Ira, is you are manifesting.
Oh,
Everything that you are saying right now, the universe is listening
yes,
and you are manifesting it.
yes.
Congratulations for being an
Thank you.
international speaker in 19
Thank
in
you.
2018 and
Yes,
going into the future, because right now, welcome to your international audience.
yes.
Uh-huh.
Good.
Uh-huh. That's what we do on this show. We make dreams and all possibilities come true.
Yes,
And I spoke with you. Oh, well, we didn't even speak. We've been communicating back and
yes,
forth on private messenger,
yes.
and I'm just so blessed that you were open to being on the show. I feel like I have been gifted something that I had
Oh,
no idea was coming my way. And as I open up this box and you're in it, it is a priceless gift that I know is going to bring not only me, but others that are watching us
oh, thank you.
amazing glory.
Thank you. Your show is amazing. Like,
Ah.
you're an amazing person. Your energy is just so, when I saw you at the Les Brown Institute, you came taking a picture. I had to get in there with you. And then to send the picture and the balloon, the smiley balloon and the card, it was priceless. And you just affirmed something when you said, Ira, you inspire. So that's my little tagline, Ira inspire. So thank you for
Ah.
confirming that.
Wow. Thank you very, very much. But I can't take ownership for who you are, Ira. I could give suggestions, but you're the one who ends up doing it. So you created that email address, irainspires@gmail.com.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I smiled so big. When I went ahead and I put it into the information, I could feel the energy in my fingertips as I was hitting the keyboard. Ira, you're the real deal.
Thank you.
You're the
Thank you.
real deal.
Thank
So
you.
one of the things that I know that, you also mentioned is maybe also working with children to make them understand that bullying has a purpose.
Yes. I hopefully will actually partner with a group that have puppets, and you can go around the schools. That's one of my projects I hope to have next year.
Are you creating the
Also,
puppets?
no, I don't create them. They come from an organization that is against bullying. So
Okay.
if they want to partner with you for you to take these puppets, they have a script and everything with them. So I want to do that this year. Bullying Month is October, National Month Against Bullying.
Yeah.
So I want to be able to go to the schools and show those puppets and show that with children that it's not right, and to let the kids also understand that sometimes the bullies are more miserable than they are. Most bullies hate their lives and they just take it out on you because what they see in you, they can't be.
Not only that, but I go out to bullies a lot. And well, let me go back to the schools. What age are you would you like to be in front of?
For me, it would be the middle schoolers, the 11 through maybe 17, that age group.
Okay.
Because in doing bullying, I also want to reach some of the at-risk kids. I plan on taking 10 at-risk boys from ages 11 to 17 to a mansion in the Poconos so that we can actually have a weekend, a retreat where we have some of my Les Brown friends come and do some training and some coaching and some having some fun with them.
Wow.
So
Is that for girls and boys, or are we just going to go ahead
it's
with the
just
boys?
boys.
Okay.
It's just boys right now, but hopefully, it'll turn into both. But right now it's just boys, and I hope to do that by the end of the year in
Thank you.
2018.
Thank you so much, because there are so many people that are hiding behind, just like you said, that happy wall, where
Yeah.
in fact they're just absolutely crushed inside. So I
Right.
appreciate that. And for the parents out there, if you've got kids, you definitely want to get in touch with Ira. You want to have a consultation with them and see what kind of investment that you can make for your children. And
Yeah.
for the men out there, yeah, having a great mentor like Ira is really going to take you to the next level of life for your personal and for your business. When we talk about bullies, Ira, my heart goes out to bullies, because a bully is a bully because they're being bullied. And when they see a weaker target, then they go ahead and they start bullying that weaker target for acceptance. And then, of course, we understand that in schools, unfortunately, the bully gets more recognition because there's a group of other people, kids, that fear him but want to be as cool as him.
Right.
And,
Right.
that whole thing just really blows up.
Yeah.
And I want to encourage people, children, boys and girls and men and women, to stop bullying and break the chain.
Right. Yeah.
If you break the chain and you're a bully, you're making a positive difference, and you will become greater than you could ever imagine, because the bullies are having a fear. We don't know what happens behind their closed doors. We don't know how badly they're being beaten, but I could assure you they're being beaten.
They're being beaten.
Oh,
definitely.
yeah, they're being beaten in all different ways. And as soon as they leave that home, we don't see their tears, but what we see is what they want to do to their abuser, but then in fact they end up doing it to other children.
Right.
I was also being bullied, but you know what? I even think that I even bullied. If it was my sister or my brother that I was able, well, it wasn't either one of them because they bullied me too. So, but you know what I mean? But if there was somebody that allowed me to speak poorly to them, then I did, because it was my way of venting out. But I quickly understood that it didn't feel right and I wouldn't do it anymore. And that's what I want the bullies to understand. I want them to feel that it's not right. Even though they're going through some challenging times, you have my permission to contact me. You have my permission to go on Facebook, private message me if you're a bully, and just say, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to change. I want to be better. And I'm going to help you, because that's what makes the world a beautiful place.
Yeah.
One person at a time. Don't you love when people say that they want to change the world, but they won't change the world within what they have in their own?
Yeah.
How are you going to change the world?
Right.
You got to start in your own core. And sometimes, even in your own core, It's not the healthiest place for you to be, so there's no reason that you can't step out of it.
Right.
You know, my home when I was growing up was the worst place that I could be, but that's where I laid my head every night. I knew that my strengths lied when I walked outside that door.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I want to share with people, that I get it. I really get it. I get the whole thing. Ira, you get the whole thing. And I'm just so thrilled how much you want to make a difference in our children, just to change, just to flip that coin, just to get that bandana off of their head or out of their back pocket. Stop with the knives and go with the handshake of love.
Yeah.
Start serving people instead of with hatred, with love. See what happens. Just try it, right? Just try it.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Isn't that something? So instead of you feel like you want to give someone a punch, go over and maybe pretend like you're going to give them a punch, but then end up giving a hug.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what that's going to do for a school as other kids are looking at this bully go after somebody with almost a punch, but ends up being a hug? Those other kids are going to be like, wow.
Yeah.
What a difference that could make, right, Ira?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Give us some words of wisdom, Ira. We're almost out of time.
Well, you basically just covered it. I think we need to do more love, show more love, and be authentic. I've learned that even in my bullying, with being bullied and didn't like it myself, more people love me because I'm just me.
Yeah.
You know, just be you and be happy about you.
That's right.
Nobody can take that away. And like Les Brown says, know your gifts and share them.
Absolutely. And know when it's okay that if you're walking and you feel fear ahead of you, it's okay to turn around and find another direction.
Yes, that was good. Yes, indeed.
Isn't that true? Yeah.
That's true.
And that's what you've done. You've been doing that for a long time, Ira. And I'm sure glad that you started walking in my direction.
Oh, I'm glad you came in my direction, too.
And it ain't over. It ain't over till it's over, right?
Right.
Oh, my God. Well, everybody, the time has come where I've got to let you know that I never said that life was easy, but I did say that you can be happier. And now you have the words of wisdom from Dr. Ira Roach III from Georgetown, Delaware. Let's go out there and make a difference and contact Ira, and he'll be more than happy to share just how you can do it. Bye, everybody. Have a happy day.
The preceding program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.